They keep on the ground with Elliott. Oh, and now he bowls him over. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Hurry up, here we go. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tucker roll that they can fall back on anymore.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
To throw from his end zone. Baxter.
Yeah.
Not going to get away. The rush was too strong. And this is going to wind up a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One is already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
And Detroit getting set to go now. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. There for the tackle, the former Wisconsin Badger, Leon Jacobs.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. On 2nd down, Elliott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
All right, here we go.
Back to throw. Finds a seam
away from that
inside the
nigga.
40. Over the middle, it's complete. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Right side complete to Butler. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Oh, that was a good cut.
He is
So
met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle.
And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked number 1 against the run. But it's also difficult because it's not easy to throw the ball against them either.
To throw here on 2nd and 10. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. They'll set up a throw. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And this one is right down the middle. And that will give us the very rare scoreline of 5-0. So it's our first offensive points of the game so far, and it gives us a very rare scoreline. We don't see this one often, 5-0.
Yeah, it's been sort of a weird one to this point, hasn't it? But hey, in this league, you take points any way you can get them.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
On first down, Baxter throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he's able to get up here to the 26. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, Baxter. Completes it right side to Cooper.
Good throw.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Flex round! Flex round!
Throwing on 1st down. Baxter. Forced out to his left. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. Baxter into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Agnew. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Set. Green, 39. Green, 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
No. Check. Patriots. Patriots. Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. Knocks him over. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The 13 yards that time and a first. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people.
I got to make Marco
but that's how
think,
he
though.
wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. They'll get 6 on the play, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Two minutes to go here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. The give is to Elliott. Gets around him, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to grow their lead.
We got a little bit of everything on that run. Offensive line creating some space, but how about the guy running behind his pads into the end zone?
What does that mean when a guy says running behind his pad?
Means that he's going to be a physical runner. That way he's able to use his shoulder pads, his forearms, anything to ward off people and power his way forward.
Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And
I should have picked that, though.
Incomplete. Allen, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes his quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that's sack number 12
he said, I hate that guy.
for him on the year. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. From the gun, Baxter.
Buddy.
And this is going to be incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this will be touchdown inside the 20. They'll spot it at the 18-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They start on the ground with Elliott. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
What?
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now look
They'll run it now out of the gun.
No, he did not, sir.
One tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. Another timeout called by the Vikings now, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Something going over there. I was about to say something going on over there.
The Lions on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Shit, I think I bought mine after 2012.
Yeah, I bought mine
They'll
way
run it
after.
now out of the gun. And he's
Oh, he
taken
should have
down,
been
but able to
truck
slip
sauce,
across
boy.
the 35. A gain of 13 and also the first down.
Oh, you got the old Darth Vader joint.
That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like that. His throw incomplete. A little too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Incomplete
Oh,
there. A
good,
nice hit.
good
Jars the
swat
ball
down
free
right there.
and brings up 3rd down.
I had him.
Anytime
And
the
I seen
defense
you
can
switch
sit
to
back
that
in a
cover
zone
2. I was
that,
like, yep.
It tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. All right, now lucky 56. Lucky 56.
So, do the franchise years they go as long as you want them to, or they stop after a certain time, like the game just
They're
stopped?
going to look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. Here's
Next
Sam
season.
Martin now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
Nah. Like 15, 14,
44 on his
15,
first
16.
punt, and this is a good kick as well.
Oh!
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the 3rd. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Baxter. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete.
Oh, right there.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard
Young boy gave
line
me his
before
first
being
round
corralled.
pick. Gave me his
Target,
first round pick
catch,
for
and a
this
first
year
down.
and next year.
On 1st and 10, Baxter.
I don't know, the new dude, little high school kid that they let him leave. Nah, I gave him a linebacker, I think, or an end or something. I forget.
Their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun.
Nah, I sent him that.
Will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I don't know. He like a little kid. Yeah, the Chargers. Yeah. That's gonna help me out a whole lot.
To throw on 2nd down, Baxter. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And he's got this down to the 35.
Oh, I'm rebuilding from the bottom. From the bottom. I'm rebuilding.
And a fresh set of downs.
Oh, I done got rid of every old nigga on my team. I'm going all young.
What they play man coverage against you?
They trash.
He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've
ever talked to. Shoot, there ain't nothing for me to give. I done gave away all my old players that had anything in them. Everybody young, except for my quarterback and my I think one of my running backs. I got some builders though. Call me Bob the Builder.
First down, Baxter. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Well, don't worry. Don't worry. A couple
all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
That's cool. I got some young bulls on my team already that's ready to be built, and I got these draft picks for the next 2 years, and we gonna build, and you know what I mean. It's gonna be what it's gonna be.
Again on 2nd and 10. Baxter going for the deep ball into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. Then he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I hate that shit right there, though.
Yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Good fucking first.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down
Good
about a
fucking
yard
first.
shy.
Boy, that's in the
12
paper.
yards there as they move the chains.
I got a kick out of that one, partner.
You got a first-round pick?
About trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size,
what's your team?
Can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
How the fucking dude that was on the ground trying to tackle me, though?
30. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They are not trying to give me this damn fumble so I can finish this secret challenge, man. This is a bullshit.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there.
I'll look at it after I finish this challenge.
Now.
Come on, man. Give me my fumble.
Detroit! Gone!
They'll set up to throw.
Oh, crazy.
Incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can get to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt.
Who y'all got in the Super Bowl tomorrow, man?
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away.
Yeah, I'm rooting for the Rams too, man.
You can root for them, bro, but I don't think they're going to get it.
Minnesota. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard.
They're not trying to give me this damn, this like the third time they done got a fumble and they done got it back. I need this damn fumble so I can finish this challenge, man. I wonder if the password is the same. I think it is.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Ohio! Flex round! Ohio! Flex round!
On 3rd and 2, Baxter.
Get that out of there.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It's still 12-9.
Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged.
I know. You see how I just fling hell across the field and shit?
Got to keep pounding away.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here.
Get that out of there, man. We playing D out here.
Interesting call there to go for it. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. So here come the Lions now. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot. Great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Set! 3-19! 3-19!
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. The Lions on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Watch it now, Barney.
A give to Elliott. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and the lead extends. It's 15-0. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Now the Vikings now heading onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3.
Oh, come on, that was a pig.
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. To throw again. Baxter. Looking
good D, boy.
Incomplete.
They play that man, boy.
Allen, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. We have not
Playing
seen a
that
whole
man.
lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. To throw on 3rd down. Baxter.
Oh, he called it.
I think he got that, yes. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive.
He got that one through.
3rd down.
I don't know how he got that one through, but he got that one through.
A first down.
First down saves him from a 3 and out. Throwing on 1st down. Baxter. Allen has it left side. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 23 yards on the play.
Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
On 1st and 10, Baxter. Oh, he's got a man wide open.
What the fuck was that?
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. On 1st down, Baxter. Pushing his
That was a pick.
He's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it
That was
in.
a pick.
And he'll get
He got a crazy-ass animation right there.
Minnesota. As his guys are in for 6. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit.
He got a crazy-ass motherfucking animation.
and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
This will be taken in at the 1.
Get the fuck out of here.
The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first down, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90! Back 99 Philly, here we go!
A 20th carry here for Elliott. And a nice spin into some open field. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Right back to him on first down. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
Here we go now. 319! 319!
Elliott. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They're looking at third in the nose of the football.
Let's go! 319! 319! Gone!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Set! 319! 319!
They'll run it now. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
From our vantage point, that was just one bad play by the offensive line in a series of really good ones tonight. But I know they're going to be really ticked off. It's a lot like a baseball pitcher losing a no-hitter late in the game.
Green 39! Green 39! Hot! Hot!
He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A nice gain of 21 yards.
He ain't go out of
He likes
bounds.
this performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the fourth quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see, and other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his second touchdown of the night. And the Lions add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. And now out comes Minnesota. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays. But
nowhere to go. Here he lost the football. But a Viking was able to corral this one, and Minnesota will keep possession. The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because it's a good quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The Vikings on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be third and forever.
Flex round! Ohio! Ohio! 55,
From the gun, Baxter. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there. Hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all that yardage. That would be a big play.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Flushed out right.
Yeah.
This is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jamal Agnew.
He got
Between
blasted,
last week and this
too.
week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defensive coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed the quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll pitch it out to Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. The Lions on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left.
Oh, come on, man.
Incomplete. Clock stops here.
Touchdown.
20 seconds, 19 left.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll look to throw here. That's to his running back, complete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off at the 40. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Lions, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
introduction really necessary. Get the message like a secretary, boy.